The Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge sprawled out under the vast Oklahoma sky, its rolling hills dotted with boulders that looked like the hands of giants had scattered them across the landscape. A place of serenity, wilderness, and hidden stories, it was a sanctuary for both animals and those lucky enough to step into its wild embrace. In the early morning light, when the mist still hung in the valleys like an ethereal veil, a young deer named Laurel bounded across the rocky terrain. She had only just become acquainted with the world beyond the safety of her mother's care. The refuge was teeming with life, and every day brought new discoveries: hidden streams that glittered like gems, wide meadows where the grass swayed in the breeze, and towering mountains that seemed to touch the sky. Laurel had spent the last few weeks learning the ways of her kind, and today, she was on a quest. She had heard stories of a place, deep in the heart of the refuge, where the wildflowers bloomed in such vibrant colors that they seemed to paint the landscape itself. It was a place whispered about by older deer who had wandered there years ago, but no one had seen it in ages. The elders said it was a place of magic, a hidden sanctuary where the land itself seemed to pulse with life. Determined to find it, Laurel set off on her journey, careful not to stray too far from the familiar paths. The mountains loomed in the distance, their jagged peaks casting shadows over the valley. Laurel had always been curious about the mountains. The animals of the refuge spoke of the wild bison that roamed their base and the ancient caves that dotted their sides, hiding secrets of the past. As she ventured deeper into the refuge, she encountered a coyote named Jace, his coat a blend of gray and brown that helped him blend in with the rocky landscape. He was perched atop a boulder, his sharp eyes scanning the horizon. "You're looking for something," Jace observed, his voice low and cool, like the breeze that swept through the canyon. Laurel nodded, her gaze never wavering from the distant hills. "I'm searching for the wildflower fields. They say they're beautiful, almost magical." Jace tilted his head, his ears flicking. "They are, but not many know the way. It's a place that tests the spirit. The journey is as much about what you learn along the way as it is about the destination. Will you help me?" Laurel asked, her voice tinged with uncertainty. She had always been independent, but there was something about Jace's calm demeanor that made her trust him. Jace gave a sly grin, his eyes twinkling. "I'll point you in the right direction, but the rest is up to you." With a nod, Laurel continued her journey, now with a bit more confidence, as Jace's words echoed in her mind. As she traveled, the land seemed to change around her. The dry, rocky paths turned into soft, moss-covered trails, and the trees grew taller, their branches stretching out like welcoming arms. She heard the distant call of hawks circling above and the rustling of wild turkeys in the brush. Along the way, she encountered other creatures: a herd of elk grazing by a quiet stream, a solitary bobcat lounging on a warm rock, and a family of armadillos scuttling across the trail. Each one paused to watch her pass, their eyes full of quiet wisdom, as if they, too, knew the importance of the journey. Finally, after what seemed like hours, Laurel reached the heart of the refuge. And there, in the middle of a lush valley, was the wildflower field. It was more beautiful than she could have ever imagined. The flowers, in every shade of purple, gold, and red, swayed in the breeze, their colors a vibrant tapestry across the green earth. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine and lavender, and the ground hummed with the gentle buzz of bees. Laurel stood there, in awe, taking in the beauty of the place. It was a place that felt ancient, as if it had existed long before she had been born and would remain long after she was gone. The flowers weren't just beautiful, they were alive with a quiet energy, a pulse that connected the earth to the sky. As Laurel stood in the field, she realized that the journey itself had been the true magic. The wildflower field, though stunning, was just a reminder that the refuge had a life of its own, a world that existed beyond what she had known. It was a place where time slowed, where the earth's heartbeat could be heard, and where every creature had a part to play in the grand story of the land. Laurel took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the refuge's ancient spirit around her. She wasn't just a part of the wilderness, she was one with it. And in that moment, she knew that she would always return to the Wichita Mountains, to find peace in its wild embrace, to listen to the stories it whispered, and to share in the magic of its land. As the sun began to set behind the mountains, casting long shadows across the valley, Laurel made her way back, her heart full and her spirit at peace. The refuge, with its beauty and mystery, had shown her that there was more to life than the safety of the known. It had shown her the power of the wild. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.